O great shepherd of my soul, you who walk before me in valleys deep and mountains high, I come before you now with a heart that yearns to rest in the shadow of your eternal presence. In this world of endless wandering, where souls drift like leaves upon restless waters, you have called me by name and numbered me among your flock. From the moment dawn breaks golden upon the earth until darkness drapes the sky in velvet mystery, your hand guides me through pastures I could never find alone. I acknowledge now, in this sacred moment of communion, that every breath I draw is sustained by your infinite mercy. Every step I take is ordered by your wisdom, and every hope that rises in my chest is kindled by the fire of your unfailing love. Lead me, O Shepherd of compassion, to those green pastures where my weary spirit may find restoration and my troubled mind may discover peace. In a world that demands I run without ceasing, that I strive without resting, that I achieve without being, you invite me to lie down in meadows of grace where the grass is soft beneath my body and the air is sweet with the fragrance of your goodness. Let me not resist this holy invitation to cease from my labors, to release my grip on all that I think I must control, and to surrender into the embrace of your care. Strip away from me the illusion that my worth is measured by my productivity, that my value is determined by my accomplishments, or that my significance depends upon the approval of those who do not know my name. Instead, teach me the ancient art of simply being your beloved, of resting in the reality that I am held, that I am seen, that I am treasured beyond all earthly measure. Beside the still waters of your presence, restore my soul, O God of resurrection and renewal. When the storms of life have battered my faith and left me gasping for meaning, bring me to those quiet pools where heaven's reflection dances upon the surface and where I can drink deeply of truth that satisfies. My soul has been scattered by the chaos of this age, fragmented by demands that pull me in 1,000 directions, and exhausted by the weight of sorrows I was never meant to carry alone. But you, O faithful shepherd, gather up the broken pieces of who I am and make me whole again. You breathe life into dry bones, hope into despairing hearts, and purpose into wandering souls. Restore in me the joy of salvation, renew within me a steadfast spirit, and revive in my being the confident assurance that I am walking a path you have prepared specifically for me. Guide me in paths of righteousness, not because I have earned the right to walk them, but for your name's sake and for the glory that belongs to you alone. When I am faced with crossroads and cannot discern which way leads to life, be the lamp unto my feet and the light unto my path. When the voices of this world call me toward shortcuts that compromise my integrity, toward comfort that costs my character, or toward success that sacrifices my soul, let your still small voice cut through the noise and direct me toward the narrow way that leads to abundant life. For your name's sake, let my life be a testimony to your faithfulness, a witness to your goodness, and a demonstration of your transforming power. May those who observe my journey see not my strength, but yours, not my wisdom, but yours, not my righteousness, but the righteousness that comes through faith in you. Even when I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, through seasons when darkness seems to swallow every ray of hope and fear threatens to paralyze my forward movement, I will not be overcome by terror, for you are with me. This is the promise that sustains me when all other comforts fail. Not that you will prevent every valley, not that you will spare me from every shadow, but that you will never, ever leave my side. In the valley where grief has stripped away my illusions of control, where loss has taught me the fragility of all I hold dear, where uncertainty has shaken the foundations I thought were secure, there you are, walking beside me, sometimes carrying me when I can no longer walk. Your rod and your staff, symbols of your authority and your care, they comfort me even in the darkest hour. You discipline me because you love me. You correct me because you are committed to my ultimate good, and you protect me because I belong to you. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies, demonstrating your power to provide abundance even in places of adversity, to create celebration even amid conflict, to establish peace even when opposition surrounds me. When I am tempted to focus on those who oppose me, those who misunderstand me, those who wish me harm, you redirect my attention to the feast you have prepared. This is not a meager portion, not a survival ration, but a lavish banquet spread with the finest provisions. You anoint my head with oil, marking me as honored, chosen, consecrated for holy purposes. You declare over me an identity that no enemy can strip away, a worth that no accuser can diminish, a destiny that no opposition can derail. My cup overflows with blessings I did not earn, grace I do not deserve, and mercy that exceeds my capacity to comprehend. Teach me to receive this abundance with gratitude, to steward it with wisdom, and to share it with generosity. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, pursuing me with divine determination, tracking me with heavenly persistence, chasing me down when I wander into far countries of my own making. Your goodness is not occasional, but constant, not conditional but unconditional, not limited but limitless. Your mercy does not run out when I stumble for the 1000th time, does not expire when I fail to learn the lessons you are teaching, does not withdraw when I prove myself unworthy of such patient love. These twin blessings follow me like faithful companions, guarding my back when I cannot see what approaches, covering my blind spots with divine protection, and ensuring that every chapter of my story, even the painful ones, is ultimately woven into a narrative of redemption. All the days of my life, whether they are marked by triumph or trial, by celebration or sorrow, by clarity or confusion, your goodness and mercy will be my constant companions. I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever, not merely visiting as a stranger or pausing as a traveler, but abiding as one who belongs, residing as a member of your household, remaining in the place where your presence dwells most fully. This is my ultimate destination, my eternal home, the place where every longing will be satisfied and every question will find its answer. Until that day when I see you face to face, let me dwell in the house of the Lord through prayer that connects earth to heaven, through worship that lifts my spirit into your throne room, through communion that reminds me I am never alone, and through service that allows me to participate in your mission of redemption. May my life be so intertwined with yours that others cannot tell where my desire ends and your will begins, where my love ends and your love begins, where my purpose ends and your purpose begins. O great Shepherd, as I conclude this prayer, I do so with a heart overflowing with gratitude for your faithful care. You have proven yourself trustworthy in every season, sufficient for every need, and present in every circumstance. I do not know what valleys await me in the days ahead, what enemies will rise up against me, what losses I may yet endure, or what trials will test the foundations of my faith. But I know the Shepherd who walks before me, beside me, and behind me. I know the one who has promised never to leave me nor forsake me. I know the faithful God who began a good work in me and will carry it to completion. Therefore I step forward into the unknown with confidence, not in my own strength but in yours, not in my own wisdom but in yours, not in my own ability to survive, but in your power to sustain, transform, and ultimately bring me home. Amen and amen. May it be so in my life, now and forevermore, until that glorious day when I dwell in your house forever and see clearly what I now perceive only dimly through the veil of faith. Until that day, keep me close to your heart, O Shepherd of my soul, and let me never wander so far that I cannot hear your voice calling me home.